We want to get to the latest in the Preston Lord murder case. Now, all 7 suspects accused in his death have made their initial court appearances this week. The suspects, who range in age from 17 to 20, are all charged with first-degree murder.
So the big question now is, what is next? 12 News journalist Bianca Bono is joining us live in studio tonight to explain. And Bianca, the legal process could be really complicated.
Yeah, no question. This case is going to be complex. So we brought questions to a criminal defense attorney to weigh in on what's happened so far and what we can expect if and when these suspects go to trial.
It's very hard to work a case like this.
Criminal defense attorney Jaquise Blackwell is talking about the case surrounding the murder of 16-year-old Preston Lord. The East Valley teen was beaten outside of a Halloween party in Queen Creek back in October. And in the past week and a half, 7 suspects from ages 17 to 20 have been arrested and charged with first-degree murder.
Most likely, not one of these defendants is going to have a plea offer for this case because it's a first-degree murder case.
But Blackwell says that could change down the line if certain defendants have information they're willing to share.
If a defendant starts to speak out and they tell their attorney, you know what, I want to speak with the prosecution or the police and give them some information they may not know, that particular person may get like a better offer or an offer.
Blackwell says it's possible some defense attorneys file motions to sever, meaning if granted, a suspect could be separated from the group and stand trial on their own.
I know in cases that I have, I will file a motion to sever if I believe my client wouldn't be, if my client has a mutual exclusive defense.
Some defendants have hired their own private attorneys while others have public defenders. What is the difference?
I don't think there's a real difference between public defense and private defense. I think the stigma is that when you're a public defender, you don't care about your clients, you have too many clients, you're not going to do a good job, but that stigma isn't true. It's been my experience that public defenders have a tremendous amount of experience.
How difficult does jury selection become when you have a case that has been so publicized like this?
I could foresee some attorneys filing some type of motion to get it, like a change of venue motion.
Blackwell says he's surprised by the lack of gang charges. Gilbert Police and the County Attorney's Office have been investigating a group called the Gilbert Goons, which has been linked to several group teen assaults.
I'll just be transparent. If these individuals were living in South Phoenix and they looked like me or they were brown, then I most likely would see some gang charges.
And all 7 suspects are due back in court at the end of April, but Blackwell says someone will likely file a motion to designate this case as complex, which adds even more time for the case to proceed to trial. So guys, this is the beginning of a very long road. We're live in studio. Bianca Bono, 12 News.